Drop him. One hook and I'll rock him. One more and I'll stop him. Call the fighter, I'll lock him. Up him. If he reach, then I'll pop him. Street sweeper, I'll wash him. Homicide, come and chalk him. Drop him. One hook and I'll rock him. One more and I'll stop him. Call the fighter, I'll lock him. Up him.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is, can Dillian Whyte beat Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dandelion Dubois, or Joyce? That's the question. Can Dillian Whyte beat those four guys? Because we're talking about the elite fights now. He's already lost to Tyson Fury, so he's probably not going to see Fury for a while. Here are some names in the division. Do you think he can beat these guys? And we're going to start it off with the heavyweight jinx, former heavyweight jinx, probably still a heavyweight jinx, Conspiracy.
All right, yo, listen. I think I'm going to say maybe Daniel Dubois. He could probably beat him, you know. And that's, again, experience goes a long way. You know, he's the least experienced out of the four, you know. But he does have a lot of power, so I don't know. I don't know if Dillian could, like, withstand a couple of his shots, you know. But Dillian is it's like with Dillian, it depends on which Dillian shows up, you know. I don't see Dillian beating Wilder. I don't see Dillian beating AJ, you know. And as much as I talk trash about AJ, you know, about his mentality and stuff, I'd be damned if I see AJ lose to Dillian Whyte. That'd be crazy. I'm like, yo, then I really don't know heavyweight boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand it, you know, it only takes one punch, but AJ has more skills than Dillian Whyte. Dillian may have more skills than Wilder, but I don't think Dillian could withstand that right hand. So Dillian's going to be in trouble, especially, like, I don't know if he'll even do that guard. You know, I don't think he's going to do that anymore with a Deontay Wilder. I think that's just punishment waiting to happen. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see what style he'll implement against the Wilder. But I still don't see him beating Wilder. And to be honest, I feel like I don't even need to talk about my man George Joyce. I'm gonna do it anyways. George Joyce will murder this dude in the ring. Yo, listen. Yo, he kind of all right, man. You remember, y'all, if y'all ever watched Oz, you remember Adebisi? Remember what Adebisi used to do to his cellmate, that little kid, how you had him strapped on the bed? That's what will be happening in the ring.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be bloody sheets, man. You know what I'm saying? So leave Joyce alone. I'm just saying. I try to make it PG as I could be, but I'm telling you this right now, leave Joyce alone. That boy's something else, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think his best chance is Daniel Dubois. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that will happen, seeing that, you know, Daniel Dubois is signed with Frank Warren, you know. But I think that's the only person out of the four that Dillian has, like, a strong chance. But nonetheless, I do think Dillian will all the fights will be great, though. You know, like Dillian versus Wilder would be a great fight. AJ versus you know, Dillian, but this is 2.5 or whatever. You know what I mean? I even though everyone's it's gonna be clear as day, AJ's gonna body bag him. I think this is a great comeback fight for AJ. You know, and Dillian Whyte versus Daniel Dubois, I think that's a good fight too, because then it's like, hey, this could be like Daniel Dubois' step up fight to see if he can actually compete with the big boys. You know. And Dillian Whyte versus George Joyce is just pretty much, I'm just watching lamb go to slaughter. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know.
All right, quick question. Who beats Dillian Whyte the worst? Out
of all of them? I'm actually, it's between Wilder and Joyce, but I'm still leaning on Joyce because it's not like he's gonna do a one-hitter like punch. It's like punches and bunches that hurt these dudes. Like I'm telling I remember this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen Joseph Parker face. I'm just saying. Parker looked crazy. You know what I mean? I'm first mutated his face. You know what I mean? So Dillian mess around, that mohawk will get cut. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna turn that mohawk to a Gumby. Duck it to the side.
Thanks, son. Yo.
All right, dollar bill.
Oh man, that should have been the question. Who beats up Dillian?
That's I was gonna ask you that too.
The dirtiest.
That's wow. I was while I was at the Shake and Crab, you know, had the Cajun sauce and the shrimp. When I was sitting there, I was thinking, I was like, yo, Wilder, if Wilder hop on this right now, it'll be crazy. Wilder need to go over there to the UK and knock Dillian Whyte out, you know, and get a easy bag, and Dillian get a bag too. You know, that would be a crazy, crazy fight. AJ, I already seen that. You know, leave the juggernaut alone. You're not going to get paid that type of money. You know what I'm saying? To take
all
that
money ain't good money.
And his new name is Joe No Vaseline Joyce. Son. Leave that man alone, son.
Just leave him alone. It's not even worth it. It's not.
Joe No Vaseline Joyce.
I'll leave him
No
alone.
Vaseline Joe.
No Vaseline Joe and Guillotine Joyce, baby.
Oh man, the only one I still think he loses that because of the young man being having youth on his side. I still think right now, after seeing that fight, if anything, he should be trying. These are all dangerous guys, and I think the question is who beats him the worst. I think it starts with leave Joe Joyce alone. That's what it is. And then I'm with you. I go with Wilder, then I go with AJ, and then I go with Daniel DeRoyce. That would be my ordering. Who hurts Dillian DeRoyce? That's just, oh man, just leave Joe Joyce alone. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're not even gonna be able to get one off on him. He gonna take that and just it's not even gonna be worth it. You know? Leave Joe Joyce alone.
Listen, man.
Poor Dillian.
Listen, I'll be frank with you. I just don't see him beating any of these guys. I think they're too talented offensively, as well as when you talk about Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Dillian Whyte has power, but Deontay Wilder showed he's willing to take a beating. And Deontay Wilder, to me, gave a better account of himself in 2 fights against Tyson Fury than Dillian Whyte did. Actually, in all 3. I feel like he did better than Dillian Whyte did in his fight, in all 3 of his fights with Tyson Fury. So I feel like you can say whatever you want. And this isn't for me saying like I think that he would beat Dillian Whyte because he did better with Tyson Fury. What I'm saying is I think that he showed that he can take more punishment than Dillian Whyte in those fights. So we know that both of them can give punishment, but I'm saying I saw Wilder absorb more punishment than Dillian Whyte. Is that going to hurt him during this fight with Dillian? We'll see, but Dillian has taken a lot of punishment himself. Whereas I seen Deontay Wilder knocked unconscious 1 time, I've seen it from Dillian Whyte like 3 times. So I'm just saying, man, Dillian Whyte does have like a lot of wear and tear on his body. And even when he wasn't knocked unconscious, he was knocked down and hurt in other fights. So that's one thing I think goes against him. I think Wilder has the hammer, and I think he would drop the hammer on Dillian Whyte. Anthony Joshua already beat Dillian Whyte, And this is back when Anthony Joshua wasn't as good as he is now.
Exactly.
People said that Dillian Whyte got better. And at one point he did show that. But if you're telling me that this version of Dillian Whyte that we saw yesterday is better than the version of the Dillian Whyte that Anthony Joshua fought in 2015, I think it was. Go ahead, G.
Correction. My man Dillian had a messed up shoulder, son.
Messed up shoulder win.
He said during that AJ fight, his shoulder was messed up. After the fight, he immediately had surgery to fix it.
Okay.
That's what he claimed. That's what he claimed.
He was still better with that bad shoulder than he was last night. The Dillian Whyte who fought AJ with a bad shoulder was better than the Dillian Whyte we saw last night. So Anthony Joshua, a better fighter. Dillian Whyte appears to be regressing. So, I mean, you just tell me what you think is going to happen. I think Anthony Joshua does what he did the first time whenever he wants. Daniel Dubois, like Trill said, is young, hungry, but he's also taking an L. And he quit in that L to some people who say he quit. At least the appearance is that he quit. And so he is eager to prove himself. And if you make that fight, you ring that bell and you let that young lion run up on Dillian, I think he sparks Dillian Whyte the hell out. And Joe Joyce is leaving alone, bro. Listen, all money ain't good money. You don't need to do certain things. Listen, it will be no Vaseline Joe. It will be guillotine Joyce. Like, I'm telling you right now, it might be your last fight, Dillian. You're going to be thinking about it. You telling me right now Joseph Parker isn't at home thinking about it? Joseph Parker is at home right now thinking about it.
Joseph Parker still can't drive. Can't drive right now. You know what I mean?
For real. I'm just telling you, don't do it. Who do I think would beat him the worst? Yo, I think Joe Joyce would beat him the worst. For all the things you just stated, G. Like,
y'all are messed up.
Bro, listen, Joseph Parker.
It just said Joseph Parker just made it to solids now.
Yo, Joe Joyce would beat him badly over a period of rounds. I think first Joe Joyce would do the most damage to him. Second, I think is Wilder, because I think Wilder is just going to be one punch, one kill, and it's over with. And then third, I think would be Daniel Dubois, because I think Daniel Dubois will look at it as I got something to prove, and so I want to go out there and straight take his head off. I don't think AJ would beat him the worst, because I think AJ would toy with him. I think AJ would just beat him up, and then let him survive, and then beat him up, and then let him survive, and then decide when he wants to knock him out. That's what I think, because they got a history, and you know how it is when you got a history. It's kind of like what Lennox Lewis did to Mike Tyson. It was like he could have taken Mike out whenever he wanted to, but he wanted to beat up Mike and just punish him. I think AJ would just beat him up, and then they'll be in the corner like, knock him out already, AJ. Knock him out already, AJ. And AJ will decide when he wants to knock him out, because they got like that type of relationship. So I don't think AJ would want to kill him early. I think AJ would want to punch him in the face for about like eight rounds before he goes for the kill on Dillian. So that's why
with his food. You know?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Depending, Roy Jones in the corner. Do the chicken thing I showed you.
Right. We got Roy in the corner. Roy be like,
Roy talking about do the chicken
thing. Go in there.
Pull out the sweeper.
Give him the chicken. No, G. The chicken into the sweet sweeper. You can take us out, brother.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
Oh, man.